J2 Ventures, a veteran-led venture firm, just announced the close of a $250 million Brookhaven fund meant to advance technologies they say are critical to America's security and competitiveness. Joining me now is Alex Harstrick, co-founder and managing partner of J2 Ventures. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Ashley.
Okay, so before we dive into this exciting news, this raise, the Brookhaven Fund, can you tell me, what does J2 Ventures do?
Absolutely. So J2 Ventures invests at the intersection of commercial technology and government finance. I know that sounds esoteric at times, but the reality is this is the way venture used to be, and in our opinion, the way venture should be. And so when you really peel back the companies, you hear defense from our positioning, you hear military, you hear veteran-led, but the companies that we're investing in are just regular companies that you use every day, with the goal of positioning them to work with the government where they can get non-dilutive financing, they can get large contracts, and that helps them scale in the commercial sector and the government sector.
What types of companies do you work with?
So some that might be familiar to you would be Oura Ring. I know they've been on the New York Stock Exchange floor before. We also had the CEO of a company called Lightsource, Spencer Penn. It's a procurement software. A company that we spun out of Google called Illyria. A company that we invested in Ireland called Druid Software that makes 5G digital cores. And so companies that are deep tech in nature, but that can do amazing things for the US government. And that's really, we're that kind of shepherd between the two worlds.
Walk us through the Brookhaven Fund and this $250 million close. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So it was, we were very fortunate that the fund was oversubscribed. So more people wanted to give us money than we had money to, availability to take. The name is actually very appropriate considering we're doing this interview in New York. Brookhaven is the US National Lab based in Long Island. And so when we think about our naming conventions, that's what we're aiming for is, the National Labs built amazing technology. We want to take that amazing technology, whether it be from commercial companies or from the government, and help it expand in both sectors. So Brookhaven in particular is actually where Pong was invented. I don't think anybody thinks of that as a military technology, but everybody loves it.
Wow, and how does J2 Ventures support founders beyond providing capital?
Yeah, I mean, look, Ashley, every venture capitalist says that they're the most helpful person they ever know, and then all of a sudden they lose your phone number after the check clears. In the case of J2, we have a very quantifiable outcome that we bring to our founders. And that is, for every dollar that we give you, on average, we get $2 in non-dilutive financing from the US government. Now that's not a hard and fast rule, there's no leverage on the fund and nothing kind of like that, but our access, our network, and our passion for doing this helps founders de-risk short-term product market fit so they can make amazing companies in the future and use less money to do it.
And what does this close mean for the future of government and private innovation and the collaboration between those two?
Well, I'm sure your viewers know defense tech is having a moment right now. There's a lot of excitement around defense technologies, and the motivations therein are things that I don't think go beyond the scope of this interview. But what I would say is J2's positioning here is not for defense tech. We're looking for dual use tech. We want to reinvigorate excitement of the commercial industry and working with the government in a way that is sustainable beyond just the fear of war or the fear of combat or fear of an enemy. And if anything, what we want to do is have passion for America and its allies, as opposed to a distrust of other countries. So when we say, what does this mean? Investor excitement, a lot of people piling into the fund is performing very well, we're very fortunate. But what it really means, what I hope it means, Ashley, is a sustainability around this thought process of perpetual innovation in the United States. Whether that creates perpetual deterrence is great, but what I really, really want to do is have everyone around the world say, I want to build in America, and I want to build something great with the US government.
And you mentioned dual use technology. Can you break that down for us?
Yeah, the dual use part refers to working with the government and working with the commercial sector. So just for brevity, we say dual use, but the reality is, the way we see it, there aren't two go-to-market functions. It's a company that is good for the goose and good for the gander, wherein the goose and the gander get along really well, so 1 + 1 = 3 or 4, or what have you.
All right, it's an awesome goal. Thank you so much, Alex Harstrick from J2 Ventures.
Thanks for having me, Ashley.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.